some fries over here. Here. And take that dip.
Were those potato chips?
Where? No. That's bread.
You know.
What?
You have to.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 50, check 50. Back, back, back. Joker, 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 joker. Ran, up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 9, check 9. Show it in, show it in. Shift. Slam. Check.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Lucky. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
70, Indy. Let's put him on the buses.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Ballage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's Hill, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. Running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Oh, that's your pasta?
No. Just sample. You want to try some?
Yeah.
Here.
Look at me, honey.
Here.
Now Balaj. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety.
Recon, 152 fighter. Leo.
Kill, turn up.
Hey, Zoo. Rock it. Let's go.
Now back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Check three.
Protein smell.
Balaj. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kalen Balaj with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, ball. Switch gears.
They'll run with Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds his running back, Mixon. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Elsewhere in the NFL, an update in Detroit, and it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A pass there over the middle to start things out, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Short out.
Check three.
Ready.
They'll run here with Balaj.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Alpha.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Got it.
54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Hey, let go. Here we go. Hey, get it.
He'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Giants first down.
I'm sorry.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
18.
You wonder what?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Mike 5.
Alert.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Hey! Big Rip.
They'll set up a throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Hey. Bravo.
Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Ready. 10 logo.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Easy work. It's easy work.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Hey, I'm coming. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. Check, 55.
Greystone, travel.
Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go, let's go. Kill.
Lock in, lock in.
Kill. Mike, 55. Right here.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
180!
Mike. I know you ain't got it. Pop, motion. Mike 55. Here we go.
Hey, check Mike. Watching it by.
Here I come.
Man,
55, Mike, guy, 55.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, here's Foster. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
They can't hang with us.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Trubisky on first down. Open man, it's Preston Williams.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, a give to Mixon.
He missed
2
it.
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Trubisky will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 30 base.
Mike 54. I'm here all day.
Go, go.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Fowler. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Ready. 18 Gator.
What's the pass? Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the eye.
Hey, Haywood.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look
Dang,
to throw.
man, my man
Nowhere
just
to
terrible.
escape, and he goes down.
Can't
Dante
even do
Fowler
nothing.
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. And his
Look
pass is
at that. I
intercepted
don't
for
know
the
why he
4th time
passed.
today.
Man, so
From the
terrible.
13, and they will score.
Niggas just
Pick
can't
6.
block nobody.
Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 9 now. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his
Look
target.
at
That's
this.
4.
Man, only me.
Texans scoop it. And he'll get it
Only me. It only happens to me.
Partner, that one looked like it
My
was over.
goodness.
They had control, had the
Every
football,
single
and the
game,
defense
I
had
just
to make a
cannot
play in order to
win
keep them
this
in the game.
playing.
That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. He's checking.
Mixon with it. And they'll get this one to
Man,
the 20-yard line.
man.
They get 14 on that
Game's
one.
supposed
Good
to
for a
be
Houston
well
first
over.
down.
Now look, now I'm about to have to fight to win it.
No quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it inside
My lad
the 10
can't
to
touch
the 9.
nobody.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Hey, check right, check right. Watch it divide. Hey, tighten down. There you go. 55's Mike.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in. And he jumped. So they will accept the
Man. Oh, my God.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Tighten up. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not
I
over
hate
yet.
this game. Like, I really hate this game.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
You got time right there. Hey, check right.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Won't get a chance to do that. Sure, they're going to make me fumble, though. That's just how it is.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Look, squeeze. Guard.
Watch the twist.
Go.
Play.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop.
Let's go, D.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hey, Wahoo!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Leo!
It's just me and you. Deuce. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, check 24. Let's go.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were